course, I don't believe that stupid ass story, so whatever. A lot of stuff that happened immediately after that is a blur, so we're just gonna skip ahead to the day I moved out, which is only like 10 days later or something. So I found a house that was like 2 streets over so my son could stay in the same school. And it just so happened that my move-in date was on Father's Day, so I never told him that I was looking for another place. I was planning on just not being there one day when he got home. That ended up working out beautifully because I decided I was going to take everything that I bought. I had no pre-packing plan. I just waited till he went to work. All the dishes and extra little appliances, all the silverware in the kitchen, most of the food, I bought that so it came with me. The washing machine and the dryer, all the stuff in my son's room, some of the stuff in the bathroom. He had the mattress, but I had the bed frame and the box spring, so I took those. When it all boils down to it, all he had left was a mattress, the sectional, and a projector. So once I get all my stuff out the house, I text him Happy Father's Day, and he ends up coming home to almost nothing. Don't go, there's more. Of course, we got into a big argument. His mom called me because she was the one who brought him home, so she was also shocked. Then his sister called me, but then I told both of them what happened and they left me alone. Because our 2 kids played together a lot, we were still in contact. His son was absolutely great. He is the greatest, sweetest little boy, and I said he could come over my house anytime he wanted to. Like, that was never an issue. So Marvin and I are trying to work through our issues, but while I'm gone, I noticed that his cousin is over the house a lot. I do not like having a bunch of people in my house at all. I've always been like that. But Marvin was a club promoter, so he's used to like entertaining and doing a bunch of shit. So I definitely took notice, but I didn't recognize it as something, I guess, out of character for him. It took about 3.5, 4 months, but we ended up reconciling and I moved back into the house. I've only been in the house for 4 days, y'all. And while Marvin is at work, I'm at home and I get a knock on the door from a detective. I've been in jail a couple of times. That shit is not fun. So I live my life to keep police out of it. So having this bag at my door is like, the fuck? So this detective is asking me if a 14-year-old girl lives here or has been here. And I'm like, no 14-year-old girls live here. It's me, my boyfriend, and our 2 sons. And the other son is only here every other weekend. So no. So he asked if he could come, look around the house and verify. And I'm like, no, because Marvin smokes. And so no. He's like, look, it's just me. Just let me come in and look around, verify that she's either not here or she's never been here, or I'll have to go back and get a warrant, and then it'll be a team of police officers running through your house. Okay, fine. So I show him around the house. It's not very big. Show him, the downstairs, the master's bedroom, our 2 boys' rooms, which are clearly boys' rooms, and all their like boy bullshit in there. He's like, okay, and he leaves. He leaves me his business card. I'm like, all right. Of course, as soon as he leaves, I call Marvin. I'm like, a detective just left here looking for a 14-year-old girl. He's like, why? They had to have had the wrong house. I just kind of forget about it, go about my day, but. So Marvin comes back and he's asking me extra questions and I'm like, I really don't know. That's all that happened. He came, he looked around, that's it, nothing else. He gave me his business card. So we just kind of drop it. Maybe about a week-ish, maybe a little more later, Marvin comes up and says to me while we're just sitting down like watching a movie or some shit, he was like, I'm worried about that detective. I'm like, why would you be worried about the detective? He's looking for a 14-year-old girl. He's like, well, my cousin did bring some girls over to the house. So I'm like, were they children? Or like, what the fuck? He's like, oh, no, I don't think so, but I didn't really talk to them. I left him downstairs with them, and I went upstairs to go to sleep because I had just come off of work and I was tired. So I look up his cousin's name on Google. And lo and behold, this man has prior child offenses. Not only does Marvin know about it, he tells me that the cousin that we're talking about touched Marvin's sister when she was younger. The whole family knew about it.